Welcome to Stat 400, Week 4 of the University of Bridgeport. This week, we will be doing summary statistics by groups, visualization by groups, and we'll have a brief discussion as to why am I coding if I'm aspiring MBA. At this point, we know how to explore data and find significant relationships. Now we'll do the same while mixing in categorical variables. At times, we'll want to see summary statistics by different groups. So, how do we do that? Well, we can calculate summary statistics of our data by different groups using the aggregate function. So here you have it. Aggregate, which variable, by, over here, which again you say by which variable. So again, you can do the sales price of Citrus Hill by store, and I want the mean. You can also put here ST for standard deviation, min, max, median, different things. And we'll explore what the output looks like in the R component video. So what happens if we want to have more than, we don't want to do this one by one, the mean, the median, the min, the max, and we just want everything out all at once? Well, we can do this with the describe.by function, which is part of the psych package. So you'll need to download the psych package, which we already know, install, etc. And then call that package psych and use the describe.by function. And again, we'll be seeing the output from that in the R component video. So at times, it's easier to visualize descriptive statistics. And we've already seen that before. So now we wanted to visualize descriptive statistics, but we want to do it also by groups. One way of visualizing descriptive statistics is using the box plot. So box plots are very, very common. And again, with these box plots, you get very simple code, box plot, and then the variable, you get the median. You get the 25th percentile, the 75th percentile. You get, again, everything out, all these values going all the way up to the maximum and the minimum and so forth. Okay? Now, how do we do this by something? Same box plot, price by store. Note this little symbol here. And that's all the code you need. So what would the output look like? It would look something like this box plot, where we have the price of Citrus Hill by store 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here we can actually make some inferences, because remember that the median is half of the time. Half of the time we see values below, half of the time we see it above. If we look at it, well, where is the medians? Okay, we can actually start saying that stores 0 and 1 tend to be less expensive most of the time, or at least half of the time, than stores 2 through 3 and 4. We can also say that where can you get the best deals? Well, the best deal is right here on the lower ranges. Here we see this, and this. Here you can see these are good deals. But I would say if you want to get the most likely place where you're going to get a best deal is probably in store 0. But beware, they also have some of the highest prices. So here's the box plot code. I added some additional code, X label, Y label, main, and color. So again, color, blue, I get blue. If you write yellow, you'll find yellow. You can get into fancier colors. Not so much of a need for this in this course, but your choice. You can leave it without color. Again, main is the title that you see over here. Y lab, Y label, price. X label store, that's where you see store. Pretty simple. The good thing about coding this is that if I want to do now this for Minute Maid, all I have to do is copy and paste this code and run it. Just change the CH to MM over here. And obviously you don't need to change it for the title, but it would be good because titles are helping us understand what it is that we're looking at. So we don't want a title for Citrus Hill when in reality we're doing Minute Maid. So these two should match. Okay? So a little discussion as to why am I coding if I'm an aspiring MBA? Why all this coding? I'm an MBA. Well, the coding we are doing in this class is quite simple. It's pretty basic. All that is being asked of you is to modify slightly the code that's already being provided. So again, when we go through the example in the R video, you're getting that code. So all we're asking you to do is do basically the same things or similar things with different data. So all you have to do is just change the names of the data, the variables and so forth. What you're enhancing here with coding is your abilities of logical deduction and problem solving. So yes, it's problem solving of code, but there's some logic to this, such as, again, X label, Y label, main, you have commas. When something doesn't work, did you miss a comma? Can I research how to do this code? It's expanding your abilities. As an MBA, you will be faced with many situations in business where you don't know all the answers or you don't have all the information. You're going to have to research it. This coding is very simple, but still it's opening up your mind there. Last but not least, you're gaining an appreciation for what your future or current analysts are doing. So you know what they need to do something. So if you ask for a box plot like this one, well, and they say, well, it's going to take me 3 days to do it. Well, you know better than that, don't you? So likewise, you know that coding, there is some understanding that they need to have the knowledge to be able to do this, that it's not that straightforward. You need experience with this, so forth. So now, time for us to do it in R.